Hey, what's up everyone? So I'm CS Ortega and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my experiences in the Navy and how I made CS2 in 4 years. So I came in the Navy, I was 17 years old, so I had to get a waiver in order to in order to join for my parents. So I came in as an E1 and then I graduated boot camp as an E1 because I didn't get that promotion or whenever you pass both tests, your physical and then your academic test. So after that, I came in here to CSA school, and then I graduated A school as an E1 as well because I didn't get the AAP, which is whenever you get the top of your class and end up making third class out of here, or you get a waiver so you won't have to take the exam to be an E4, or honor grad, which is just a promotion in one pay grade. So I didn't get either of those, so I left A school as an E1, so I checked into my command as an E1. So I first got stationed in Hawaii, which is really nice. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, so I'll probably be posting a few pictures. So this is one of my favorite hikes I ever did. I don't remember what the hike was called, but it was early in the morning, so I could catch the sunrise, and I also did a little hyperlapse video. It came out really nice. I know a lot of people talk a lot of mess about androids, but I think this video came out really, really good. So the picture on the left, I ended up going on a hike by myself and I ended up getting lost. So that's how I met that girl next to me. She was lost as well. So we ended up just hiking together and then we ended up finding a waterfall at the end of this hike. So it was really, really cool seeing that. And then the picture on the right, I went on a hike with a few of my friends and it's really cool because you can see the whole island once you get to the top, and it's one of the more common ones to hike there. So this is just a panoramic view of the top of that hike we went on. As you could tell, you could see like a double rainbow, and it's also really, really nice up there. But I got stationed in Hawaii, and I had, of course, had to wait the 9 months in order to advance to E2, and of course, I had to wait 9 more months to advance to E3. So once I was at E3, I was able to take my CS3 exam. I was eligible to take that exam, so I studied. The main things I studied was this book. The book that we got here at CSA school, I studied all of this. It has a lot of good information when it comes to wardroom, Navy Food Service Organization, and a big thing is culinary math. So culinary math, of course, is a big portion of our rate. So I studied all of that and I made CS3 my first time up. So while I was stationed in Hawaii, I was on the USS Port Royal CG-73. So that's a cruiser. So I was there for about 3 years because whenever you're overseas, you get a 3 year, you're there for 3 years at your command, and if you're stationed stateside, you're at your command for 5 years. So during my time on the Port Royal, was I was a JOD when I first got there. So that's pretty much dealing with all the dry goods, the food in the freezer, and all the fresh fruits and vegetables and dairy products, issuing that stuff out. So after that, I worked a bit in the main galley. I mean, there's a galley, and then there's your chief's mess, and then your wardroom. So I worked in the galley for a bit, and then I've also worked night crew. And then I got moved up to the wardroom to cook up there. And then during the deployment, I was also a night baker. I was a night crew, so pretty much prepping all the things that need to be prepped for the next day when it comes to chops, and then doing a little bit of baking, and of course doing breakfast as well with my FSAs, my food service attendants. So I was there for 3 years and I did part of a deployment because I had to transfer during the deployment to my next command. So during the deployment, I went to, well, we hit port in Bahrain, Singapore, and Israel. I think Israel and Singapore, of course, were my two favorite spots. So I'm gonna be posting some pictures of those two places. These are pictures from Israel when we went on a Jerusalem tour. So you can see a lot of religious pictures and different religious buildings. So the one on the left, I don't remember what it's called, and then my friends are on the right, Taco and Taekwari, and then that's just a picture of the hotel, the view from the hotel. This is when we went to Singapore. So it was some botanic gardens inside this really, really big dome. So on the left, you could tell some of these flowers are made out of Legos. And on the right is a really, really big type of like building made out of plants or something. And there's like a waterfall coming from the side. This next one is just a picture of me outside of the botanic gardens next to some elephant and then on top of a camel. So that's probably that's probably the only time I ever was able to be on top of the camel, because in Bahrain I didn't do it because I mean everyone was doing it and it was basic, so I didn't end up doing it. This next one is also outside of the botanic gardens, and as you can tell in the back, that is actually a hotel. It's the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. So it's one of the most famous hotels in the world because it looks like there's like three buildings holding a ship at the top. So these next pictures are of, I got them from Google, so they're of course going to be more Photoshop. They look super, super nice. So it looks like there's like a ship on top, and then this next one is just a picture of the pool. There's a pool on top. It's called like an infinity pool. So I wasn't able to go in that hotel because I mean it's just really expensive. So during the deployment, um, it was good and bad at the same time. It just really depends on the people you work with, really. So if you have a good crew, then it's gonna be fun. If not, then it's gonna be rough. Yeah, I mean, it's rough for everyone, especially since everyone is away from their families and just dealing with all this work and stress, and you're just stuck on the ship for weeks at a time. So after I made CS3, I had to wait 1 year before I was eligible to take my CS2 exam. So after that 1 year, I took the exam, my CS2 exam, and I did not make it. I know the reason why. I mean, I didn't study. I wasn't focused. My priorities were elsewhere, so I didn't study for the exam. I just took it and I didn't make it. So then I took it again, the CS2 exam in September. So you take the exam twice a year, in March and September. So I made CS3 off the March exam. So I didn't make CS2 off the March exam again. So I took the exam again in September. So I took the exam, and of course I didn't make it as well because I wasn't focused. I didn't study and my priorities were elsewhere. So then it was time for me to transfer from my command and move on to somewhere else. So I got orders to the USS Boxer LHD-4 in San Diego. So that was another good duty station. So after I transferred, I went to San Diego, and I was there for about a year and a half, just finishing off my seat time. So then it came to the exam again. So this time I knew I had to do something. I had to study. I had to put some type of effort into this. So I did. I studied, and then I made CS2 my third try. So that was about in 2017. So again, I made CS3 in 2015. I joined in 2013. I made CS3 in 2015, and then I made CS2 in 2017. So after that, well, during the time on the Boxer, I was a CO's cook. So I was a CO's cook, but they needed people on the USS Wasp LHD-1 in Japan because they were doing some spring patrol with the Marines, so they needed people over there. So I was one of the people that they sent over there, TAD. So I was in Japan for about 5 months helping them out, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun in Japan. So after that 5 months, I'm also going to be posting some pictures as well. So these next pictures are from when I went to the Nagasaki Lantern Festival. It was really, really cool during the day and especially during the night once everything was lit. There was also a lot of great food to eat and just walk around. This is, just a picture of myself with some lanterns behind me. And so after about 5 months, I came back to San Diego and finished off my time on the Boxer. So after that, I picked orders to be a CSA school instructor here in Fort Lee. So I really do enjoy teaching. I really do enjoy helping people out. So I'm really happy of what I'm doing right now here at CSA school. So I know a lot of people ask me why I'm doing this or why I picked these orders. I think a big reason, again, I really enjoy teaching people under me all the things I've learned throughout my time. I know I haven't been in a long time. It's been about 6 years, but I really do enjoy helping people out and just teaching people all the things I've learned. It's fun. It can be fun. It really depends on the students we have here. So if the students are good, they have a good attitude, they want to be here, that makes us want to be here. It makes this fun. It makes us want to come teach, and it's just a lot more fun, or we enjoy our time here together. But if the students are bad, if they do things that they're not supposed to, it's not going to be that much fun here. But that's really about it. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel.